Hey guys, I'm going to take you on a quick garden tour today and show you what I have growing, how everything's doing, what's failed so far, and I hope you guys enjoy. Ignore my high grass. Haven't mowed yet. So anyways, here's my peach tree. I'm going to trim this up this year. It's gone kind of wonky on this side. This is the beginning. I have an entryway right here, but I'm going to show you this stuff first, because I've never grown this before. This is blue Hubbard squash. It's supposed to be a great winter squash to store, and it's supposed to also taste kind of like sweet potato, which I love sweet potatoes, so it's a win-win. But I have 3 of them right here, and let's see. See it? They're doing great so far. And this one is supposed to be more resistant to pest, to the vine borer, so I believe it's done great so far. I've not really had any fungus or any bad things grow on it, and it's doing great. So let's see. Now right here in the front, all along this edge, I have either cosmos or zinnias. And then I have some more zinnias that are just smaller back here. I got some chives that are flowering right there. Here's some of my zinnies, which I think it's the craziest thing. Last year I had zinnias that they were all one color. So it was either all purple or yellow or whatever, pick your color. Now this year on one plant, I'm getting multiple different colors, which I mean, that's pretty cool. Hello, beauty. And then my cosmos are getting ready to pop. So right here I have spaghetti squash. I think I have 2 different varieties. I have 3 plants here. Next year I'm definitely going to make this much bigger. Last year my spaghetti squash did not do good, but oops. See it right there? It's doing very well this year. Not really had a problem with the vine borers, but I have been killing them every single day. I go out with my battery operated racket and I kill them because I don't want them to get my stuff. Yeah. Now I have some, this is bok choy that went to seed. It bolted, and I'm letting it go to seed so I can have the pods so I can replant it again. Now here's my Swiss chard. I'm going to harvest a bunch of this. This is really good. And then I have some volunteer plants. This is a ground cherry. This was a volunteer from last year. I had 1 ground cherry plant, and I'm finding the seeds all throughout my yard, which is great because I love ground cherries. Let's see what we got up here. So I have some, I think this is, which one is this? This is peppermint, some Brussels sprouts. This is yarrow, and these are brand new flowers. I'm gonna say this wrong, so don't come for me. Craspedia? Craspedia? It's supposed to be beautiful with yellow pom-pom balls on top. So here's my corn bed that I've had to fend off from pests eating my corn. And of course, these 2 little rows right here were the ones from the old seed, which did fine if the critters would stop pulling it up, so I put netting all over it to try to save some of it. So I showed you the front row. Right here along this whole row right here, I have squash, zucchini, and round zucchini, which I'm going to pull these because I'm having zucchini boats tonight. See that big beauty? He's coming off. And I've actually not had any problems with my squash and zucchini this year. I don't know why. Last year they were eaten up with borers. I don't know if it's because oh, I got another zucchini in there. I'm trying my best to kill them every time I see them. Every time I come to the garden, I had that racket with me. Let's put it on this side. Squash. Let me see if I can find some of the round ones for you. I really like the round zucchinis. They're great. There's some right here to cut up. That one didn't get pollinated, but this one did. To cut up for roasting. There's some more right there. And then I have dill, which I love dill. We make ranch dressing almost every day or every week. And I planted some more dill right next to it because we really love dill. And I like to dry it and save it throughout the winter. And I'm just barely touching this. It smells wonderful. It smells so good. If you've never had fresh dill, you're missing out. I have some okra. On this back one I have sunflowers, and there is a amaranth right there with the sunflowers. And the sunflowers go back. And right there I have beans, bush beans. I tried to do corn in this. I tried like 3 rounds of corn in here, and I gave up because I ran out of corn seed and I couldn't find any corn. So I put beans in there, and they've done okay so far. And then this whole trellis right here is cucumbers. Let's see. I've only seen really baby cucumbers on here so far. They're just now starting to take off. We have some sunflowers. Let's see if we can find. I mean, you can see the flowers in there. Oh, there's one. It's really tiny. Let's see if I can get you in there. You're right here. They're little babies. They're finally starting to take off, and I have multiple varieties right here. So I'll have to look what I have. I have some, what is this one? Oh, mixed seashell flowers. And they're getting ready to open. Then I have some more dill. I love dill. I have another bed of cucumbers. And I planted these after those other ones because I want multiple rounds of cucumbers. Here's all my tomatoes. And I know this bed is crazy. I have to cut it. But it's 90 degrees out right now, so we're not cutting anything until later on tonight. Here's my babies. There's some more. They're all hiding. That's fine. But this bed is tomatoes, and so is this bed. I gotta clean them up. I know. I swear these things grow like a foot a day. I'm not joking. They're just outrageous. Let's see if we can find some. They're here. They're just hiding. Which is good for me. I don't want my tomatoes pecked. Okay. This bed I have, this is a marigold. I have bell peppers on this side. And then I have carrots on this side. Let's see. I had one on here the other day. They're just starting to come out really good. In this bed I have all my hot peppers, and I do have a lot of jalapenos. Let's see, I'll pick one. This is really small. My jalapenos are usually 5 times this size. But this is the first round of them. They'll get there. So I have multiple different peppers in this bed, not just jalapenos. Hello, little bug. Where are you going? Oh. So I have multiple different peppers in this bed because I really love peppers. And then I have a nasturtium at the end. It has really pretty yellow flowers. They're kind of dingy right now, but that's okay. I have a full bed of carrots that I'm going to get ready to harvest because some of them are bolting. See? And it's going to give me seed, so I'm going to leave that one in. Whichever ones are bolting, you can tell they get a really thick stalk in the middle. And it starts popping up. I'm going to leave all of them that are bolting. That one's bolting too. So I'm getting ready to harvest most of this bed. Here's my borage. All these are tomatoes. So I have nasturtium, and in the front I have flowers. So I want some pollinators over here. Let's see, I have another borage right here on the side. Remember I told you in the past video when I was talking about the borage flowers opened. And I have some basil hiding in here. It's still doing okay. And then I have beans. And I can get behind here, so it's not like I can't access them. I know it looks really cramped, but it's also keeping my soil moist and not dried out. But I have beans, pole beans, and then I have some bush beans mixed in on the bottom. And I just got to thin out the tomatoes and I'll be able to see them better. See? Look at those borage flowers. They're so pretty. Here's my amaranth. This is great pest control. And you can see they love to eat the leaves on this, but it looks like they're going to die because they've eaten them up so much, but it keeps growing. Amaranth is great, and they're beautiful. I have some beans growing, trellising them up on the back, and I also have a gourd back there, right here. And everything's looking a little crazy right now just because it is so hot outside. It's in the high 90s all week. And there's some calendula. And the more you pop the heads off the calendula, the more flowers you're going to get. Okay, and this is my potato bed. It's looking real sad right now, okay? Because something, I don't know if it's a mole or a vole or a chipmunk, has dug up in the middle of my bed and it keeps throwing out all the dirt. You can see all the dirt right there. And pulling my potatoes out and eating them. So I'm gonna get ready to pull this whole bed. I know they're not ready, but I want some potatoes. So I have some lemon balm that's gone nuts. Now I'm gonna have to trim back. I have another tomato bed. These were leftover tomatoes and I couldn't let them die. I have asparagus that I planted this year, so I'm not going to be able to use it for 2 years, but I'm fine with that. It's fine with this little spot, but this is what it looks like when it bolts up. I have a pomegranate. This is a Russian hardy pomegranate. And then I have flowers scattered all the way down with some nasturtium along the edge. They're little right now, but they'll get big. And then I have some Rutgers tomatoes. There's lots of tomatoes in here. They're just so bushy. Can't see them all. But they're in here, hiding. More amaranth. These get really tall, by the way. I have a full, just flower bed. I have zinnias and borage mixed in here. And then I have chamomile. This is my first year actually getting the chamomile to pop up from seed, and it grew into a plant finally. This is what they use in the teas and stuff. Let's see, I'll go around this way. I have 3 or 4 Mad Hatter peppers right in here. Mad Hatter peppers are really delicious. And then some more basil. I have bush beans right here with some onions around the rim. That is lemon basil, sweet potatoes. And then I have figs. This is my fig trees, fig bushes. And that's some more sweet potatoes that I put in it's one of those mesh pots. This is walking stick kale. It's supposed to get really big. I'm gonna let it go and see if it keeps going. Red Russian kale, which is great. Now I'm still getting dinosaur kale. It's doing fine. It hasn't bolted or anything, so I'm gonna keep going. And I also planted, I know you can't see it, but right here in this row, some Persian basil that's popping up. All my lettuce bolted. I'm gonna see if I can get some seeds. Some more carrots, more amaranth. And then I have 3 or 4, I think it's 4 tomatillo plants, some borage, and I don't know what this is. This isn't a mystery plant. It didn't have a tag on it because my girls took the tag out, so I have no idea what it is. We'll find out. This is my hodgepodge bed. I literally just threw stuff in this one. And then I have arugula that went to seed and cilantro that went to seed. So I'm waiting for the seeds to be ready so I can harvest it, and then I'll get rid of all of this. Let's see what else we got. Let's go down in the front. I have some flowers planted in here. You always want to plant flowers in your garden. Bring pollinators to you. Okay? Attract them. That's how you do it. Cosmos, these really tall ones are cosmos. I have, in that bucket is pepper, and a borage, and then another flower next to it. So I have cosmos. I have the poor little tomatoes I couldn't let die. I just can't do it. If I plant it, I'm going to use it. One in that pot that's struggling, but hey, we'll see if it gives me anything. More cosmos. I have some parsley hiding back there. That was there before the cosmos. That was from seed also. I have this whole wall going down as tomatoes. And they are aromas. Not all of them are aromas. How about half of them are aromas? Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. There's a ton on this plant. Aromas and San Marzanos. They're mixed in. And I have, these are Benjamin buttons. I don't remember. I have to go back and look. These just flowered. See, this is from the same plant. You see that pink one? Orange. And another pink one. They're doing their own thing this year. Some more amaranth. They're beautiful when they get big. They have huge stalks. It's being eaten by the nasturtium, so I just pick it around it. Don't eat my pepper plant. Then I have some rosemary. More marigolds. And these are my kiwis. These are my hardy kiwis. They're actually doing real well this year. This last year was only about right here. And it's grown and just vining out. And these have grown double their size because these were really small last year. They were having troubles. The bunnies were just eating them to death. And I forgot over there I have a raspberry and a blackberry that's giving fruit right now. And then I have another raspberry. It's just a little later. That's okay. So I have a raspberry and another blackberry. This one's full of fruit. Then right here, starts about right here, all the way down is watermelons. I planted these after I planted my other watermelons. Oh, it's looking so sad right now. It's because it's so hot. They'll bounce back. This is my strawberry bed, and apparently dill, because the dill just loves my strawberries. I did not plant this here. I don't know where it came from. They're doing their own thing. That's fine. And then this is a watermelon and another watermelon. And I'll show you the watermelon I have on there, but it's looking real sad right now because it's real hot. It won't look like this way later. I'm going to water it. But this has doubled in size in the past 3 days. I'm not joking. Some more dill. Told you I love dill. I have sage, rosemary, lemon, thyme. I have some more marigolds. And then I have 1, 2, 3 avocados that I grew from seed. This is from seed. If I never get anything, that's fine. I like it. I think it's pretty. It's a pretty little tree. Then I have my lemon, which you can see has some good fruit on it. Everything's looking a little sad. I have 1, 2, 3, and then there's another one on the other side, 4 blueberries. This is a butternut that looks sad also. Let's see. This is a key lime. And key limes don't get as big as regular limes. See? I have a couple more on here, and it's actually flowering right now. See the flowers? And it's doing great. It loves this weather. I have an orange. I don't remember what kind this was, honestly. I wish I did, but I don't. Cantaloupe that's struggling hardcore. Another lemon. That's not been doing that great this year. It's struggling, and I can't figure out why. It's got some weird stuff in my leaves. I'm going to spray it down again, water it real good. Probably feed it. This is a olive. And then I have pumpkins. Little pumpkins. Hello. They're hidden all through here. The runners are just crazy. Let's see what we can find over here. There's one right there. Let's see. I'm trying not to step on the runners. Don't want to kill my runners. It's just gone completely berserk. Just fine. I'm down. Yep. I got some flowers interspersed in this little area. And then I have some onions. Different types of onions planted in there, which I'm going to have to feed today. And then I have another fig. And the figs are starting to explode on it. Of course, the figgy loves this weather too. It's its favorite. I think I have another bigger fig on this backside, yeah. So. And then I have a peach tree, 2 peach trees, the one I showed you, and another one right there loaded with fruit. And I'll go up here and show that in a second. But this is my section, my garden. And everything's doing real well. Remember my corn? My corn and my cantaloupe have struggled so bad this year, they're not doing well. They're just not doing good at all. And I just don't know why. I've given the same amount of nutrients and water to them as everything else, so. And the corn, I think it's just the pest and the critters. This won't look like this later. Poor thing is just hot. Oh, and I have another calendula mixed in with my watermelon runners. You always want to plant flowers, trust me. A lot of people say, oh, I don't need flowers. They bring pollinators, you want flowers. plant some flowers, get some seed. They're not expensive. You don't need to do anything expensive. And I have nothing in my greenhouse because it's way too hot and it'd roast. I use this mainly during the winter. I'll go show you my tree. I don't think you can see it, but this tree is loaded with fruit. But I don't know if I'm going to get any this year because of pests. So that's how big they are right now. I think I had some worms get to them. But I'm going to actually cut this canopy down this year and put this peach tree on a spray schedule next year so I can actually get some good peaches. But I mean, never know. I could get some, right? Here's that blackberry I was telling you about. See? Just got to get to it before the birds do. And the raspberries too. But we've been pulling those off every day and eating them. Having little snacks. They're not making it into the house. This one's got lots of fruit too. It's just hidden. There you go. Guys, I'm not even joking. See this? Little racket. Battery operated racket. Get one from Walmart and you kill those bad bugs. You light them up. You kill them all. And this thing is wonderful. Take it out to the garden with you. Woo! That's it for this video. It's really hot today. We're supposed to have a string of 4 to 5 days in the high 90s. I think it's supposed to be 94 today. And we're going to set some records supposedly in the next 2 days. But and the humidity's outrageous, like always. I feel like you're being choked to death. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.